there, welcome to Bitesize Piano. In this video I'm going to show you and demonstrate how you can write your own dark, gothic, dramatic composition just in time for Halloween. So I love to do more of these composition videos. I write music myself, I studied composition for my degree, so I'm very much in my element here. So I'm going to talk you through what I'm doing and give you some ideas of how you can make your own composition. So we're going to keep it simple. I'm going to explain theoretically what I'm doing, and it's just to give you ideas and some inspiration should you want to create your own piece of music. Tag me in any dark, gothic, somber pieces of music that you have composed as well. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, so you can tag me over there, so it's at Bitesize Piano. So we're going to start with the chord progression. We are going to base everything around the harmonic minor. So on the screen now are all the notes. So the scale of A harmonic minor. So the chords we're going to be using are formed using those notes. And I'm going to use most of the diatonic chords. So I've done videos that go way more in depth about diatonic chords. I've left them down below, so please do go and watch them. I will briefly explain the theory, but let's go through first of all the different chords that we can form using the notes of A harmonic minor. So the first chord is an A minor, so that's definitely going to be in there. If we move the chord that shape up one, this is a B diminished chord. So that will probably be in there as well. That's the second chord. If you move it up again, we have C augmented. That will probably feature in there as well. And then we have the fourth chord is D minor. That will most definitely be in there. The fifth chord will be E major. That will be in there as well. Definitely the fifth. The sixth chord will be F major. I probably won't include the sixth one in there. And then the seventh chord is G sharp diminished. These are the chords we're going to use. A minor, B diminished, C augmented, D minor, E major, probably not going to use F major, and G sharp diminished. I've come up with a chord progression that I think works quite well. That's just the progression I'm going to repeat to keep it fairly simple throughout. So the chord progression is as follows. I'll just play it with both hands to begin with. Obviously we are going to play some melody in the right hand. So we've got A minor. I'll just play everything in right position. I'm going to use the fourth chord next, which is D minor. Then we're going to use the second chord, which is B diminished. And then I'm going to go back to the root chord, to A minor. And then we're going to play the A minor again. And then we're going to play G sharp diminished. And then E major. And I'm going to move my little finger to the C, and that will give us C augmented, inversion of C augmented, and then back to A minor. So if I play that in such a way, so I'm just going to use my left hand now. Obviously I have a full length piano, you can't see all the keys. So dark gothic music usually uses a very wide range. So it uses super low notes and generally pretty high notes as well. It gives that illusion of space. So I'm going to play like the root note first. I'm actually going to write it in 4 beats in a bar, 4/4. You could write yours in a waltz time. That would sound really nice as well. I'm not going to play the roots of every chord. I'll probably mostly play inversions, to be honest. And I might play around with playing different inversions as well. So something like this. So A minor. This is second inversion. I'm obviously using the pedal. Then we have D minor. First inversion there. B diminished. inversion there. Back to A minor. So I'm just swapping the inversion around from a second to a first inversion. And then carrying on, A minor again. And then G sharp diminished, just in its root position. E, root position as well. C augmented, back to E, A minor. So do that again. So it's going to be a short one. Again, I'm just giving you ideas and typically what the Gothic dark piano music features. It's very romantic period sounding. So yeah, it uses a harmonic minor. So we use every chord there except for the 6th chord of the diatonic chord. So we've got everything else in there. So really trying to make it sound, you know, harmonically interesting and a bit more richer sounding, and the harmonic minor definitely gives some more interesting chords and variations. On to the right hand melody. Right, so we are just going to again mostly use the notes of A harmonic minor. So if you want to copy me and write it in A harmonic minor, you need to get comfortable playing that scale. So those are the notes I'm going to be using. I'm just going to do a very simple single note melody. I may play the extra note in there as well, but the key is, I think, for this is simplicity. We don't want to overcomplicate it. We want obviously the slightly more dramatic moments. You know, those sort of runs like that. I'm going to add trills in there. So we're just going to come up with a melody or a loose melody. Again, this is just I'm just going to make it up. You need to give breath with melody. It needs to have phrasing, like a musical sentence. So it needs to have commas. You don't just want to play note after note after note after note. Again, it needs to be simple, very expressive. So without the left hand, I'm just going to have a play around with my right hand and you can sort of see what I do. I'll try and describe what I'm doing as well. But again, I am just mostly sticking to the key signature. I will end the phrases usually on an A on the root note, so it sounds finished. Trill here. Then I'm going to do a chromatic scale back to the A. So chromatic scale features pretty heavily. So do trills. So just trilling, rapidly playing from 2 different notes, using whichever fingers you feel possible, and cramming more notes in as well. Cramming notes into these runs. A chromatic scale, so there, your 3rd fingers play the black keys. Your 2nd finger plays the C's and the F's. So again, that's just an idea. I think I came up with some sort of melody there, but if you come up with a melody you like, you can then build on that, repeat that, you could then play it up here. go at putting something together with this. So to start it, you can just do something very simple, just the root chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the next bit, so you could do 2 rounds of the chord progression and then it'll make a nice little piece. So at the end there, again, repetition is also effective. So yeah, drama is added again by what you also call rubato. So rubato is like the push and pull feel of the tempo. So it's a little bit more free time. Some people call it borrowed time. So where you slightly speed up in one area, you may slow down in another area, and it really adds a higher level of expression. Also making sure that the left hand isn't really loud. So if you've got a touch sensitive piano, making sure that the left hand is a bit softer than the right hand. I've done a whole video on this as well, on how to, add expression, so go and check that out as well. So I think the main theme there that I sort of came up with was, I don't know if this is already a song, sorry if it is and someone happens to recognise it, but I'm just making it up. So I started on the 5th, so A, B, C, D, E. Whatever that was. So that's something you can sort of build on and keep coming back around to make it sound, like you've thought about it and there's a melody there instead of just being entirely random notes. So that can be like your main theme, that can be your theme, or whatever theme you come up with. Play an octave higher. Splitting chords is another good thing as well. There's different ways you can end it. Again, I'm just giving you ideas, giving you examples. I can teach you like a cool run that sounds quite dramatic. So using pairs of semitones. So for example, so that E flat to that flattened 5th to E, these pair of semitones, G sharp to A, going up like that. Actually, it sounds like Bitesize Piano solo. This is a very good example actually of how that would have maybe been composed. So I'll link that down below as well. Hope you enjoyed that and it was something a little bit different. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to transcribe roughly what I did, make it into a piece of music that you guys can play as well. Also, if I do that, it will need a name. It can be a name like Ode to Hallows or A Tragic Tribute or Dusk's Sorrow or something dramatic like that. So tell me in the comments what you think it should be called, and the name I like the best will win. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it and that it's useful. If you'd like to leave a piano tutorial request, you need to click on this video, which takes you through to my official request space. You do need to be subscribed. All requests are noted and considered. So I look forward to seeing you over there.